All right, everybody, just stay calm. Bookshelves.
Wow, that's usually what I do. Squirrel Stampede! Please squeak, squament,
and a squirrel eye.
On the table, it's Lego Minecraft caves and cliffs, enchanting rooms, and bookshelves. Hey everyone, Dan here at Squirrel Stampede. Have I ever told you how much I like Minecraft bookshelves? Well, here we go, Minecraft Bookshelf Day. There are several bookshelves to go through. And of course, lots of other new great figures for caves and cliffs, and a few figures that I've missed apparently from the past. We've got lots to open, so let's start checking out a lot of these great new Minecraft toys. Let's begin with Minecraft caves and cliffs. CraftaBlock action figure style, new packaging though. A little more mossy, a little darker, a little more caves and cliffies. I suppose we'll start off with a regular Steve, and I think we've seen this Steve a few times. This Steve with an iron sword. I think I see a crafting table behind him to craft about. On the back, there's a few others that I've yet to find. There's a piglin and some bees. How did they actually make an action figure out of bees? And another creeper, so I'm on the lookout for those still. These figures release so fast and furious sometimes. As we will also be getting to Turtle Helmet Steve in a little bit. That figure supposedly released a few months back, but I just now found. Oh look, there's also an in-game item code inside. That's something that should be included with figures all the time now. Okay, well let's get Steve out, see what he looks like. And Steve out of box. You can turn around, Steve.
Oh, okay. Ah, Wombat! That's wise. Under the stairs, Wombat, to you, buddy.
Stay focused, Steve. Look back at us. So there's your basic Steve action figure for caves and cliffs. Always appreciate Mattel re-including Steve again, just in case you're new to this series. And we've got an iron sword. Nice pick up, Steve. And included we have a crafting table, CraftaBlock. And a cobblestone CraftaBlock. These CraftaBlocks are surprisingly sturdy. A thick cardstock they make of. And what's the dealio with this code? So there is a code inside, and I will share and only share this one code. I'm not sure if it is a repeated code for everybody or if it is a code specific only once to your account. So whoever tries this code first will get this item, or maybe more people will get it. Let's see what it looks like. And that is the code for a possible special item. There's rules on how to do this, so that'll be kind of interesting. This is the only code I will share today because, again, it may just be one-time specific, and I would like to try a few codes myself. So, a good start to caves and cliffs. Who's next? Who shall we open up, Steve?
That pig is Muddy.
That pig is Muddy. Muddy Pig is in the collection. Muddy Pig, let's open up. And there's our Muddy Pig with a flower on top, a little red. Oh, what do you call those flowers? Rose? Tulip? Don't think I have too many pigs yet in the CraftaBlock series of figures. I think there is one from Dungeons. This pig, you can move the head about on the neck, and the legs have a little bit of articulation so they can move around, and obviously it's muddy. And it even comes with, what is this item? Is this a bucket of mud? Or is it pig feed? I have yet to use this item. Anyone use it? Do I even have it upside down? Maybe it goes like this. Probably like this. I believe only half of the Caves and Cliffs update is ready, right? I've been playing a game on my Switch, and I finally found geodes, which were pretty awesome. Still stuck in the nether trying to find stuff. Ah, look at there, a CraftaBlock mud. So mud must be something that is coming, because I've yet to really see that. And just a dirt block, too. I like the Muddy Pig. It's a really nice little fun accessory for Steve to farm with. And since we're farming right now, let's take a look at the sheep. A red-dyed sheep. There's the red-dyed sheep, looking tall. Why do the sheeps always feel so tall in toy form? Those are long legs. The sheep comes with a little shear item, and guess what? We can shear the sheep. Shear the sheep. Oh good, it grew back. So that's a fun little extra action feature I didn't expect, shearing the sheep. Let's pop that off one more time. I guess you can make like this a hood for Steve, right? It's Little Red Riding Steve hood. And for CraftaBlocks, we've got a flower grass block. I don't believe I've seen this texture in the game, have I? Probably near bees. And then just a grass block surface, I think. Could be green wool. Kind of interesting they didn't include a red wool CraftaBlock. That would have made more sense. But still really nice. We've got two great farming companions for Steve now in Caves and Cliffs. That leaves us with the scary, oh so scary Vindicator. An illager with an axe and some great striped pants. We had previously opened up a pretty awesome illager pack with the Ravager, so this guy will go well with those guys. Let's open up. Here's Johnny! Ah, the Vindicator. Is it the name that makes this guy look so sinister, or is it the pants? It's probably the pants. If you wore pants like that, and even a shirt with those buttons, you'd be pretty sinister. Kind of like a Civil War soldier almost. Dead Civil War soldier. I always like the placement of the hands with action figures with these. You can kind of do the or you can kind of fold them out, rotating them along the angle and make them straight, which is pretty neat little feature. For some reason it boggles my mind. And then we can give him the axe so he can vindicate Steve.
What's that?
You have got to be quicker, Steve. Okay, for CraftaBlocks, oh, we've got copper. Copper's now included. The CraftaBlock Copper, pretty nice. Probably the first experience seeing copper in a toy. And then we've got even a copper block. Look at that. I've made a few of these already. I had built kind of a copper-like roof, but then I changed my house up, so I've got a bunch of copper now just sitting around my homestead. I gotta figure out something cool to do with it. So there we go with 4 of the new Caves and Cliffs figures from Mattel. I just gotta keep my hunt on for those bees and that piglin. I have on order a really cool nether piglin hoglin set, so hopefully by then I will be able to share. That would be a good time to share with those. For now, though, we can work on the Minecraft Enchanting Room with Steve in enchanted armor, of course. This is a pretty cool pack just now arriving. I found this on Amazon. I'm sure you'll probably be able to spot one at Target at some point. This pack contains 1 figure, 5 paper craft blocks, 5 accessories, and a whole bunch of enchanting. I have actually been working on a really cool enchanting room again on the Switch game that I'm playing. Enchanting, for some reason, is something I don't really often do in Minecraft, so I'm starting to do that a lot. So this is really good timing for me. Looks like we've got this really interesting enchanting table with weapons that change color with warm water. Interesting. And then a whole bunch of bookshelves. Have I talked much about bookshelves recently? I don't think I've talked about bookshelves enough. Perhaps we should talk more about bookshelves as we continue on. It is interesting how we are going to deal with CraftaBlock paper bookshelves and water. That may not be a good combination. You always want to keep water away from bookshelves. Anyhow, let's open this up and see what we can find out inside. Alright, so inside the box we have Steve in upside down enchanted armor. We have our enchantment table. There we go, this direction with the book kind of leaning towards us. And I suppose it's going to open up. We're going to fill this with water. Oh, interesting. It's got some sort of chamber in there. We have our 4 main weapon sets. We've got our axe, we've got our sword, we've got our pickaxe, and our shovel to enchant. You can almost kind of see a little pinkish hue to them, but I think right now they're basically off. The box does come with this interesting backer of some bookshelves. The downside is, for some reason, they kind of gave it an angle, so it's just going to tip over. You'll have to I put a little plastic piece under there if you'd like to reuse this, because it's such a nice little backdrop to reuse for your figures. And then for CraftaBlock materials, we've got bookshelves. May I interest you in some bookshelves? Bookshelves you may be interested in, because we have more bookshelves to interest you. Would you like to be interested with bookshelves, bookshelves, and bookshelves? Did I say there were bookshelves? There's also some very nice dark wood blocks, and I suppose these will make nice little posts. These are made of high glossy cardstock, so you'll still want to be very careful not getting wet. You'll want to place these a little bit farther back from your water enchantment table. I would hate to get these warped, especially bookshelves. Have I ever mentioned bookshelves getting warped? Because I want to tell you, don't warp your bookshelves. Well, let's get these ready. Alright, there's the bookshelves. Beautiful bookshelves. Upside down enchanted Steve over here for a second to check out these shelves. Kind of interesting they blocked these in this direction. Are they to scale with the regular sized CraftaBlocks? Okay, so this would be 2x6 bookshelves crafted together, so they are scaled. They're just a larger piece of block. There is something that's a little bit disconcerting, because on this side the books look pretty good. I want to read them. I think I see a couple in there that I'd like to see. This side they're upside down. What happened there? Why are the books upside down? This side they're good. This side they're upside down. I guess if I would go like this, then they're right side up, but now this side's going to be upside down. Whoops! So was that an error, or did I never really notice that the books are upside down? Perhaps because this is Steve's upside down enchanting room, it's all good. And then of course these other pillars of dark wood, they look to be 1x3 block high. They're really cool, but again I stress, place them pretty far back when you're playing with the water enchantment table. You do not want to warp these up. You want to keep your bookshelves nice and clean, so we'll push them back over here. And now we can work with this beautiful enchantment table. Alright, I have a pitcher of ice cold water, and it's indicating that the weapons will be enchanted with the cold water. But I also have a small little container of warm water so that we can quickly change them back. I believe room temperature will slowly unenchant your weapons. So we're going to open up our table here. And again, there's an insert in here, and I believe this insert will help you from dropping your weapon completely in, or maybe just holding it straight. We'll fill this up with some ice water. Remember, protect your bookshelves at all costs. Splashage is not going to be happening. Anyhow, then we place this back in. Oh dear, I think I overfilled my book enchantment table, so I'm gonna pour a little bit back. Protect the bookshelves. Okay, that's a little bit better. The hardest part here is trying to reline everything up. I think you want to make sure this slot, there's a slot on your plastic insert, and you'll want to line that up with the slot on your bookshelf or your book on top of your enchanting table. There we go, we've got it set up. Now all we have to do is enchant Steve's sword, right? What kind of enchantment are we going to do, Steve? A sword of undying, or maybe a sword of wobbliness? And we place sword into the table, and there we go. It almost falls all the way through. I'm suspecting the longer it's in the cooler water, the longer, quicker, better it will turn purple. And we'll see what we got. Look at that, it's been enchanted! At least halfway. I probably could add a little more water, so let's try that. I think it probably will work better to keep the insert in when filling up. There we go. Just remember, protect those bookshelves from splashage. Okay, let's give it some more enchanting. Let's see if we can go all the way in. Really dip that sword. Give it the third level of bookshelf enchanting. The upside down level of sword of sharpness. There we go, that's even better this time. Look at that, total enchantment. Now let's try out our axe. Enchanted axe. Just a little bit more enchanting needed. Really want to fill it up to the top as best as you can. I think the pickaxe will do really well because it's flat. I kind of want to give it, 5-10 seconds. Usually the longer the better with color change. Oh, just the tip of the pickaxe got it. Maybe you kind of have to want to wiggle it around, like really say as many enchanting thoughts as you can. It's getting there.
Sometimes it helps to be wise.
That helps too, under the stairs wombat, wise. Okay, and our shovel, finally. Drop that in. And then let's do a quick test back. Here is some warm water. Here's our enchanted sword. Now again, this will slowly change back room temperature wise. Kind of cool, kind of like the enchantment has worn off. Or you can just throw it in some warm water and you're back to square one there. So I would say working pretty well. I wish you could reach those weapons down a little deeper because again, I'm seeing a little bit of half enchantment, but you'll want to play around with it. Oh, I got the shovel really well, look at that. But I think if you play around with it, test it out, trial and error, you'll get a really good enchantment. Let's do that sword one more time. The sword's the best one, right? Who enchants a shovel, really? Actually, I kind of do. I like to build a lot of pathways, and the shovel of unbreaking is pretty nice. So there it is, look at that, the enchanted sword. What a fun little activity. But remember,
Always protect your bookshelves.
That's right. Oh no, there's a muddy pig on the bookshelves. Oh no, they fell over my bookshelves. Do not invite Muddy Pig inside your enchanting room. So we have a few other figures to finish off the day with. Some of these released maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months ago, but just now kind of appearing where I am. We've got CraftaBlock Steve with a turtle shell armored helmet. We've got a CraftaBlock Witch. And most importantly, my favorite, the CraftaBlock Dolphin. The Witch really seems themed well for the enchanting room today, doesn't she? Well, let's get them out. Let's start with Steve. And Steve out, I can see him being kind of a fan favorite with this turtle shell helmet. That's such a great little fun idea for him. And Steve comes with a little bit of a half-explored map. I think that's what that is, right? Or is that something from Under the Sea? I think it's a map. I want to say it's a map. Am I right on that? I don't spend too much in the ocean biomes. As for CraftaBlock, I think we've got... This must be coral and this must be sponge. So that's kind of a nice little piece. Again, I'm not 100% sure on that as I don't spend too much time there. I usually just quickly boat over it, and when I do, the dolphins are chasing me, which is one of my favorite things. So let's open up the dolphin. And there's our adorable dolphin. Don't kill dolphins, you monster. Oh, and it's got this nice little wave display stand as it's jumping out of the water. And of course we can take off. Kind of just rests on there, a little tab there, and it rests by gravity. And there's our dolphin. It's got a little bit of a moving fin tail. And I think that's really about it for motion. It doesn't really need too much, obviously, as it kind of just swims around with that tail. The dolphin, I believe we've got some purple coral, is that what that is? And some yellow coral. So some pretty CraftaBlocks included there. Perfect combo with Steve and the dolphin here. Would have been nice to have a little boat included for the two. Oh, you know what? There's actually a Drowned 2 involved with this collection. I was almost going to hold off on it, as there was a comic maker Drowned from last year, and I thought they were basically the same, but they are a little different. So let's check out the CraftaBlock Drowned 2. Drowned. Yeah, I can't believe I actually almost missed this one. A CraftaBlock Drowned. And it's certainly a lot different than regular comic maker Drowned. CraftaBlock Drowned has some better extra paint. We've got some green and some blue highlighted paint on his body. I always liked the comic maker ones. Oh wait, that's weird. It is the same. I just have the CraftaBlock torso backwards. There we go. So it is basically the same, except for the faceplate does not remove. That's funny how I did that. But having a couple drowns is really important if you are playing up an ocean biome theme. And for CraftaBlocks, we have, oh boy, what is this? Heavy water? More coral? Is this blue coral? I really got to study my coral. and some red. So with all the blocks from these 3 figures, you could build a nice little tabletop ocean biome. That's pretty nice. That leaves us with the witch. How did the witch get involved with this series? And there is our CraftaBlock witch. Not many witch figures very often are found, so excited to see this one. As common as witches are in the game, you don't really see them too often in figure form. And they always seem to come late in the run of every figure series. She has a CraftaBlock mossy cobblestone, and we've got a cauldron block. Oh, that's kind of nice. Ah, there it is. It has the feet of a cauldron. It's kind of hollow, but it has the feet etched out to look like a cauldron. They could have made that just a box. Oh, and the witch comes with a red potion. Anybody want to tell me what that potion is? And unlike the Vindicator, the witch's arms are stuck in a Tetris L shape. She can't move her arms straight, but the witch does have kind of a cloak-like piece going for her over her neck that you can kind of wrap over her shoulders. And she's very tall with that hat, of course. Wow, things are certainly crowded on the table today. I have one more pack, but I think I'm going to hold off on it. I'm gonna hold this one until I get the nether pack that I was talking about earlier, and we'll open it then, just because there's so much going on today. So keep an eye out for that upcoming review, probably in the next month. I think the nether set was delayed by a month. And there we go, with some new figures, pretty good. Those bookshelves, what about those bookshelves, huh? If you like today's review, please give us a squike, a squirrelibe, and a squamment. Let us know your favorite book in the bookshelves that we've shown today. Thank you for watching, that's what I have to say about that.